So, super fast, thank you so much for doing this, and you made that mention of people really wanting community. It's so hard to do, to get even this number of people and then to create this reading where you get so many people in, and coming here and having that brief moment where you do even that shout out and she's like, oh, I remember that little piece, and that back and forth really is touching. And then number two, when I was 18, Strange Horizons gave me my second favorite rejection letter of all time. Yeah, we'll talk to you about it later because it's funny.
Do you remember, was it Jen Hartman?
I don't remember
No,
who signed it.
That's okay. He's my sweetie. He writes good rejection letters.
Yeah. So,
keep submitting.
for sure. So, it is obvious we are in heaven. We are surrounded by books and drinks and coffee and capitalism. Who would have guessed? The first time I got to heaven, I had this like little inkling in the back of my mind where I was like, there's this fork in the road when I was in college where I was a double major in computer science and then narrative performance, and that's why I'm with you here now. So when I got to heaven, I was like, what if I live out that fantasy of what my life would be like if I were a tech bro? And so I walked down the staircase through the clouds to God's campus meadow and down further still into the basement where the tech bros hang out. It's exactly as you'd imagine it, with stacks of screens and those clickety-clackities that have all the numbers and letters painted out because I don't need to know where the tilde is. Our first project was we sold Jesus on letting Peter off the hook at the pearly gates, and we put in an algo instead, just streamline it. And now you might be looking around to the people in the room and thinking to yourself, perhaps the margin of error of who they let into heaven has increased. Move fast and break things, you know? And that knowledge of noticing that hit me with this little epiphany. Where down on earth I had this inkling that there were these choices to make and like what ifs. What if we broke it? But up here, with perspective, I look down and I see there's not a multiverse. Down there on earth, there's just the moment to be present in. And you make choices. And with those choices, you get to use the power of story to map meaning, to wrench meaning from the random plot. And with that, just came this beautiful piece. Next up, we have Ken Rowley.